are things you see, you separate yourself. He said, these are for those God has blessed. Because between you and your God, you know that that is for big men. You know it. So who are you? Your confession has already separated you. He said, not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think of anything as being from ourselves.
But our sufficient
is in God. If your sufficient is not in God, you can't do things extraordinarily. Is someone hearing me? So capacity is also a strength of God in a man to achieve result on earth positively. The Bible says, I can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth me. Philippians 4:13. Capacity is also strength of God in a man to achieve result on earth that are positively. There are things you cannot do outside strength of God. So capacity is a strength of God in a man. And all the Christians doesn't have the capacity. All God's covenant children doesn't have the capacity. Capacity is a gift of God. It's a strength of God. But I want to say God depends on the strength and the capacity He deposits in a man to achieve a certain positive result on earth. God depends on the strength and the capacity He deposits in a man to achieve some certain result on earth. There are results God cannot achieve in every one of us, but it's a certain individual can achieve it. All of you that are covenant children hearing me from the worldwide, God is not depending on all of you to do great things on earth. There are miracles God will never produce through some of you, but you are a very dedicated child of God. To be a religious Christian, a holy Christian, doesn't mean that God depends on you to move the kingdom, the nation forward. Have you not seen that there is a man called Lazarus that was righteous before God, but there was nothing he could do for God on earth that was tangible? He was not part of God's blessing. He doesn't have capacity. When pastor is preaching about things to move men to the next level, only him will separate himself. But when he said, take this prayer, he will jump with two legs. My father, he has a nature to pray. So God will never pour oil of wealth of next 20 generations in Lazarus. Lazarus was there. God was waiting for a child that was in the womb that has the capacity to build kingdom for him. That means the time Lazarus spent with God was a wasted time. Because there was nothing the scripture told me that God achieved on earth through Lazarus. But he was a very dedicated church member of a saint.